So, King Richard. It's a new biopic movie starring Will Smith on Venus and Serena Williams and their upbringing, pretty much, on how they became who they are now. And it's told from the perspective of their dad, which is King Richard Williams. And it stars Will Smith, like we just said right now. Will Smith at this point, he's done everything in Hollywood. He's done everything he can with his career. Really, the last thing I guess you can say, he hasn't won an Oscar. Maybe this is his chance. I really dug his performance in this. I think he is the heartbeat of this film. He is what makes this film go, and he is amazing in this movie. Short and sweet, honestly. He's good. I saw interviews of the actual father. Even at the end of this movie, they show little clips of their dad, and Will Smith just nails it. He does a great job of nailing the voice, the way his cadence, the way he talks a little bit, the way even his attitude. I thought Will Smith captured it very well. And yeah, I mean, this is Will Smith's probably one of his best performances in a very long time. I've been critical of him. I love Will Smith. I do. I think he's a great guy. He seems very like he demands your attention right away from whatever movie he's in. The movie could be bad. As soon as he steps onto the scene, he demands your attention. And my issue's been with him is the movies he takes. And I feel like he's never made the greatest decisions as far as the movies he makes, and maybe if he's head of a movie or if he's producing something, the directions they decide to take. I just feel like his career could have been maybe a whole lot different if he would have just been maybe a little smarter with some of his picks. But I thought this movie here, I am glad that he did this movie. I'm glad that he chose a movie like this. That it's very centered around family. And I feel like lately Will Smith, kind of the things that he's been going through in the public eye, and I don't know if any of you have been seeing his interviews lately about him and his dad and the things that he's dealt with in his family. This almost seems like you could tell this was kind of personal for him to do a movie like this, even though this was about Venus and Serena Williams. And overall, this movie is pretty good. It's a really good movie, actually. It's a biopic. I mean, especially a sports movie, you kind of know the beats of a sports movie. You know what's gonna happen, and especially with these girls, I mean, we know who they are now. Even if you don't really follow tennis, we know who these two women are. We know the success these two women have had, and how great they are. We know Venus is one of the best of all time, and we know Serena is probably the best of all time. And so things that happen in this movie doesn't really surprise you. It doesn't really shock you or anything. So it really is going by the numbers in this movie. But I thought they did a great job kind of showing you these beats. Again, I've never complained that a movie does something that's been done before, as long as you do it well. And I feel like this movie did do it pretty well. And again, it is helmed by Will Smith and the kind of the dad the kind of role that he's playing. It's a dad who wants the best for his daughters. A flawed human being. He doesn't always have it right, and that's the cool thing about this movie that I really liked, is that everyone here is just dealing with human things, man. Sometimes, Rich, which is Will Smith, he has a way of doing things. His wife has a way of doing things. Then they have their daughters who are just want to play. And you see all these heads, these different people who think they know the right way for these girls, and they start butting heads. And I really appreciated that. Actually, I really liked the direction and the story that they took here. It's King Rich. It's a story about him. From what I understand, Venus and Serena are executive producers on this film, so they wanted it. They wanted to tell the story from their dad, pretty much appreciating everything that their father did for them and what they taught them. Yeah, you see it right through the screen. I thought the two young girls who played Venus and Serena were awesome. Everybody here came to play. John Bernthal, I thought was really good in this movie as well. I think he's really becoming a very well-rounded actor. He just played such a variety in his career that I've seen now. You know, I always thought for a while he was always kind of playing the same guy, but now if you see him from Shane, Walking Dead, to The Punisher, and then to Wolf of Wall Street, to this, to now a tennis coach, I think he's becoming a great actor. But yeah, overall, I thought this movie was good. It's 2.5 hours long. Honestly, I didn't feel like it was that long. I thought, because I was thinking about it, you know, it didn't feel like it dragged. It didn't feel long. I thought it was perfect. I thought the story that it was telling, it needed that time. And again, you're seeing it from the perspective of the dad, and the movie focuses more on Venus's early career, which is pretty much, I guess, it focuses on her career early on, and you kind of see how she was able to break down the barriers that allowed Serena later on to really run through it and become who she is now. Another standout to me was also the woman that played Will Smith's wife, the mom. I thought she did awesome. There's a cool moment here that reminded me a little bit of Fences with Viola Davis and the speech that she gives Denzel in that movie. I mean, we all know that speech now. We know that was her Oscar moment. And I feel like there's a moment here where it's very similar. And the things that she's saying, the sacrifices that she's made, I think, pretty much telling their father, listen, you're dreaming here, but so have I. I've been here dreaming with you. I've been here doing the sacrificing with you. So I thought that was a great moment as well. Yeah, this movie is filled with great moments, great acting all around, great job all around. And yeah, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed the movie. I give it a 8.5 out of 10. Again, nothing that blew me away, nothing that I wouldn't say I didn't know, but nothing that I guess is breaking any barriers as far as this genre of movies. It's a great movie, great biopic. I kind of like tennis a little bit more now, but it's awesome. It's a great movie. I really recommend this, and Will Smith will probably get an Oscar nod on this. I'm hoping for the best for him. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. If you guys have checked this out, King Richard. It's on HBO Max right now. It's also in theaters. However you want to feel like seeing it. Let me know if my opinion sucks. Come at me. See ya.